Suppose if you are confused between whether to go for Java full stack or JavaScript full stack or Python full stack, don't worry, I am going to clarify all your doubt in this video. But without fast forwarding, please watch this video patiently because this is a question of your career, isn't it? So you will spend more time with this than with your wife or husband. So see, office you will spend almost 8 hours plus another 4 hours of thinking about the solutions. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours goes there. So maybe 5, 6 hours you'll actually spend with the family and rest of the time you sleep. So from that angle, you will spend more time with this. And another important thing, friend, suppose if you make a wrong decision, you may end up in the same situation as you are now, right? Or even the worst. Think about this. There are two investment here: money investment and time investment, and your energy. Three investment. Your time investment is very huge. So you have to be very sure that you make the right decision. So shall we begin? So how do you know which is best? One is by looking at the number of jobs. So we'll come to number of jobs later, but before that let me address one important career question. So that is, what type of applications we can develop? Before you choose the technology, let's think what type of applications we can develop. Let me make it a bit bigger. All right, we can develop desktop applications, right? Cross platform, I'm saying, for both Windows, Mac and Linux. So cross platform application, these are the three operating system quite popular, so we can just point them out. Then what else we can develop? We can develop web applications, right? In web application there are two aspects. One is client part and another one is the server part. So web client side we can call it, and web server side we can call it. Okay, next, what else? We can develop mobile apps. In mobile app, currently only two operating system they are dominating the world, that is Android and iOS. Android, iOS. Okay. Any other applications like embedded and all, will not be looking into that because we are computer science folks. And suppose if you are from electronics or different background, don't worry. I have plenty of students who are from even mechanical civil background. Today they are project managers and software engineers in different company. You name any MNC, my students are there. That I can assure you. So what are the languages which we are talking about today? And these are the languages which currently dominating the market. That is Java. Let's write Python, and then Java script. Please watch this video patiently. Don't forward. This is worth spending time watching this video. If you skip this, you may make a lot of bad decisions in the career. So can we develop desktop apps, cross-platform apps for using Java? Yes, it is possible using the libraries like Swing or frameworks like SWT from IBM. Using Python, yes, it is possible. There are plenty of libraries out there using which we can develop cross-platform desktop applications. What about JavaScript? Have you heard of Electron quite recently? That is quite buzzing word today. So there's a framework called Electron. Let me show it for you. Electron. Cross-platform desktop apps with JavaScript. Not just this framework. There are many frameworks exist, but this is quite picking up really well in the market. So using JavaScript, it is possible to develop desktop applications. And for your information, the recent applications like, say, earlier I have shown you WhatsApp response and all, the desktop part of the WhatsApp. So such kind of applications, and even the desktop applications like Telegram or even the WhatsApp. These kind of applications are actually developed using Electron framework. So this entire application, what you see, this entire application is developed using JavaScript Electron framework. So quite amazing, isn't it? Okay. Next, and it's very lightweight and super fast. compared to the counterparts of Python and Java. So coming to this web client side, if you remember, Java people have developed something called applets. So it is very very long back, and uh, the reason was because they wanted to take care of the client part also, but somewhere they give up the challenge of tapping the client part, and they themselves started using JavaScript. So we can safely say no. Python never cared about the client part of it. What I mean by client side, say if I type something, now instruction goes to this Google Forms, Google spreadsheet server to save the thing automatically. Or when you enter your wrong password, immediately there itself will tell whether it is repeated password is wrong or not. And also there are many things, as you study further you'll understand. So such kind of client part, so no, it is not possible using Python. JavaScript was first introduced as client-side scripting language. This you should remember. So Visual VB Script was another scripting language as a counter, competition. Microsoft has released it. So yes, client side today everything is on JavaScript. Entire client side is basically developed using JavaScript. Server side, yes, of course, Java is much it has a larger picture to server side part of it. So Spring, Hibernate, using these frameworks, JSP servlets, using these libraries we can develop um, server side, the business logic and all. Python is using Python and Django or Python or Flask, but I mostly teach Django because Django is evolved to be a lot better than Flask. JavaScript, now this is the game changer. Earlier what was happening, let's say you are a Java developer or you are a Python developer. Now if you want to develop something on the client side, you're supposed to learn JavaScript and you should have a knowledge of JavaScript. So today almost all Java full stack developers as well as Python full stack developer who are just our previous seniors, you would call it your seniors. Okay, I will be your senior actually. We had studied both Java as well as JavaScript, or Python as well as JavaScript. Even if you are a PHP developer, ASP.NET developer, still you should have a knowledge of JavaScript. Okay, but can we use JavaScript on the server side? This changed when the Node.js was released. So yes, using Node.js now it is possible to be on the server side as well. Okay, coming to Android native mobile apps. I'm not talking about cross-platform mobile apps. All right, Android native mobile apps. Can we develop Android native mobile apps using Java? Yes, of course it is possible. Yes. What about iOS? No. If you want to develop a native mobile apps for iOS, the official languages that are supported by iOS developers is Swift and Objective-C. Whereas for official language supported by Android is Java and Kotlin. What about Python? Python never ventured into that, but there are third-party developers who created libraries to port the code, but that didn't work well. So in market that didn't fly at all. What about JavaScript? Have you heard of React Native and Flutter from Google? So React Native is from Facebook, Flutter is from Google. Using this, just with the knowledge of JavaScript, you can develop the mobile apps. That is, same code will work for both Android as well as for iOS. Isn't it beautiful? So yes. Now what do you see? Using Java, no web client side, no iOS apps. Using Python, no client side, no mobile apps at all. Using JavaScript, it is possible to achieve everything. See, right after your graduation, typically, because one student went and joined for Java training, you also go and join for Java training. Or one student wanted to do a different, so they go for Python. So let me address one thing about the Python. First important thing, why Python is a wrong decision for a fresher. Simple. just go to Naukri and Monster and search how many job openings are there for Python with fresher. Put the zero experience and check. Even with experience. See, um, this word Python you've been keep seeing in the advertisement, not in the jobs that you should remember very well. Just try to remember, go to, take a flashback and try to remember where all you seen the word Python. So if you remember that mostly in Google Ads, mostly in Facebook, or mostly in some, when you are scrolling something, some article you are reading, you might have seen the word Python and data science. With data science, Python is well associated, and data science itself is a bubble. All right. So trust me on this one, as a brother. I'm telling you. See, I'm teaching you this course anyway, Python also, right? But from the job perspective, don't go for Python. If you already have a job offer and the company is asking you to work on Python, yes, pick up the Python course. Definitely a right choice in that case. All right. Now coming to Java, you can choose Java course. Absolutely no problem. Still, it's a very good decision because still there's a huge scope for Java. Either you go for Java or you go for JavaScript. Both has um, a very good demand, but the world is trending towards JavaScript. I am not saying this, the companies are saying this. Let me show you an article for that. I'll simply search how JavaScript eating the world. I'll click on this first link. You can also do the search later. Okay. Netflix. You heard of this company, right? Netflix. I want you to read this line. Precisely this line. Netflix used JavaScript and Node.js to transform their website into a single page application. Traditionally, Netflix has been an enterprise Java shop. So you may think that okay, Vinay sir is simply showing some random article to prove the point. See, I was a Java developer and I am a Java developer. I worked in Infosys for 3 years as a Java developer, and then another 4 years I worked for different startup companies. All right, then I started my own company, and most of the softwares that we developed is all using Java. But I always stay updated and I always suggest the right thing to my students. Is it clear? So I'm not saying that this is been, there's a link to the video. An architect from Netflix is explaining why they moved away from Java onto JavaScript.
Also, we're running Java on the server.
Since I did the search in front of you and you already know the URL, yes, you can always, after watching this video, you can go ahead and do your own research. PayPal, you know this company very well, right? Actually, your fee payment happens through PayPal. We have integrated PayPal to Philly.io. So, just see this one. PayPal 2 is moving away from Java onto JavaScript and Node.js for using their web application platform. And there's a link which explains, is an architect from PayPal.
Hey everybody,
is explaining why
Node.js was in 20.
So Node.js is JavaScript. All right, it's a JavaScript library. Uber, you aware of it? These days, not much use of Uber, isn't it? Uber has built its massive driver rider matching system on Node.js. All right. So next time when you book a cab, remember that entire backend part is being developed using Node.js. IBM also embraced Node.js. Link to that video. Microsoft, even Microsoft has embraced Node.js. Okay. So what you understood out of this? Many companies are coming together and contributing their part for the development of JavaScript, for the further development of JavaScript. See, for example, Google has released Angular for complete revamp of UI, complete UI framework, wonderful framework. And then Facebook has released React.js. So React.js has overtaken Angular in UI part of it. And Facebook has released React Native, using which you can develop both Android and iOS mobile app. Whereas Google, on to contrary, has released Flutter. Ultimately, all these things are JavaScript libraries or frameworks. You are getting my point here? So all the new libraries or frameworks which are coming up, they are based out on JavaScript. So I want my student to catch the hold of winning, winning odds, not the losing odds. Alright. However, if you still choose Java, still there's a career, and my placement department still offers 100% placement for Java. But we do not offer placements for Python, and we offer 100% placement for JavaScript and JavaScript related frameworks. So the best decision is to go for either JavaScript full stack or to go for Java full stack. Either way, you will get the 100% placement for sure. But going with JavaScript framework, JavaScript full stack, MERN stack precisely, MongoDB, React, Expresso.js, React.js, and Node.js. When you go with MERN stack, so just after you complete the React.js, that is within 45 days of time, my placement department will flood you with interviews, and interviews happens all over India, so don't worry about it. All right. So if you still have doubts, questions, please message me. According to that, I'll reply. If you want to take the admission, let me know what course you have chosen. For that, I'll send you the fee structure.